Hey, it's Norm from Tesla.com. I'm here at CES 2015 at the Parrot booth. I'm here with Baptiste. You work at the SenseFly department of Parrot. And Parrot, well known for developing entry-level consumer quadcopters, some of the high-end toys that we've seen, the mini drones. But SenseFly is something you're announcing at CES that's for the commercial space. So can you talk a little about SenseFly and the Hexen you have here?
Yeah, as you said, so SenseFly is the commercial drones division of Parrot, and we actually have a fixed-wing UAV and also that brand new quadcopter used purely by professionals, meaning that people use the EB mainly for mapping applications, 2D, 3D mapping, for agriculture, construction, or even mining applications. And the Hexen focus more on inspection. Like, many times along the year, they have to check infrastructure to make sure there is no cracks, no breaks in it. So for that, instead of renting like huge equipment, now they can use the Hexen to do that. It's used for pipeline inspection, thanks to the thermal camera on it. Used also for power line inspection, and also everything related to railway, bridges, etc.
So engineers and architects, and you've accommodated their needs by putting a lot of sensors. Can you talk about all the sensors you put on this device?
Yeah, actually the idea and the whole idea of SenseFly is to make the products that are the safest and the most easy to use as possible. So that's why we've designed the Hexen in a very specific way, as you said, with a lot of sensors all along the body for actually situation awareness, meaning that the Hexen by itself will be able to manage to stay away from obstacles and actually stay very close from a wall for inspection, but just keep a safe distance between it and the wall.
So what type of sensor technology are you using for distance navigation?
We're using ultrasonic sensors and ultrasonic cameras.
Yeah. Great. So there's an array of ultrasonic sensors around it. Yeah. And if I'm launching from a tablet, for example, and I set a path around the building, it'll try to avoid trees?
Oh, actually, it's more like for static obstacles. Yeah.
Okay.
And one big innovation with the Hexen is also that head that you can see here.
Right.
It's stabilized and gimbaled, and we are the only company right now to provide a sensor that combines actually HD stream video, still images, and also thermal capability.
So thermal imaging, HD video live stream.
Yeah.
And then for mapping, for example, is there a dual camera? How would you do 3D mapping with this?
We'll actually use the integrated still images that come from that specific camera, and we'll use a software developed by Pix4D, which is also a Parrot company, to do that mapping. But the EV does large-scale mapping, like construction sites, mine sites. For the Hexen, it will mainly be related to modeling like an infrastructure, a building, used, as you said, by architects, urbanists, or any engineering company.
So you also have a fixed-wing aircraft that is on the same platform and uses the Pix4D, and that will, if you want to map a cornfield or a terrain, for example, you can do that as well?
Yeah, exactly. And what's really cool with the EV that we've developed a full range of sensors, visible camera, near-infrared camera, multispectral camera. So each application needs a different sensor, and with that platform we are able to combine everything. Here is actually the slot for the sensor, and it's just plug-and-play system.
Wow, looks like a digital camera in there.
This one is just digital camera, 16 megapixels camera, used mainly for 2D, 3D mapping.
Wow.
And then for agriculture, we use the multispectral camera to get the reflectance of the crops and be able to treat disease and do weed management and also predict the yield of the crops.
So for use of this in the United States, for example, we're still waiting on the FAA to figure out the regulations for commercial use. Are you taking that into account, and how is that going to be integrated?
Yeah, exactly, and that's actually a right time to talk about it because we just received an exemption to use commercially the EB in the US. Okay. It's actually the first device that get that exemption from the FAA for agricultural applications. So we are very proud of it.
Awesome. A lot of our readers and viewers are quadcopter enthusiasts. They've built their own quadcopters. Not many of them have the same type of sensor arrays, and maybe people have bought, the AR.Drone, the Parrot Bebop coming out. Do you foresee technologies like this making its way maybe into a consumer line, or are they useful for consumer space?
Oh, actually, those devices they are mainly designed for professionals, like people that are not skilled to use a UAV. What we want for those people is to focus on the results and not flying the device, because flying the device is not what they are meant to do.
If you're an architect, you're not going to be racing quadcopters or something.
Exactly. So that's why we've developed all that artificial intelligence to make it very easy for architects, for engineers to use a drone, even if they have no education in using drones.
Got it. When will this be available?
It will be available this year in the US, and more details will come soon.
Thank you so much, Baptiste, for chatting with us about the SenseFly system and the Hexen here. I'm Norm from Tested. Well, more from CES 2015 on Tested.com. I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.